is SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports show. Coming to you from Barstool Sportsbook at Les Berges Lake Charles. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Well, the start of the college football season did not turn out like I had planned. I don't know about you guys on the panel. Not so much. Yeah, you can, your angst is very clear on that. Welcome to the show. We're coming to you from Barstool Sportsbook. What?
I felt like I watched the same game twice. McNeese Saturday, LSU Sunday.
Exactly right. You spot on, especially in the second half. But we got a lot to cover. We got the NFL starting.
Yes.
That would be the Super Bowl champs this coming Thursday, and the Saints. We're going to touch on that. Prime time. They showed up for prime time. The Buffaloes. They did. A great, interesting, and intriguing story. We'll get into that and so much more. All right. Buckle up. Let's get ready. All right. The LSU Tigers, guys. Man, the fall from grace came quick. Number 5 loses to number 8 Florida State. It was calamity. I'm going to call this one calamity at Camping World Stadium.
Disappointing, Rick.
This will leave a big bruise. I didn't see it coming, guys. I didn't see it coming.
I did not see that coming. I mean, I wasn't shocked that Florida State won. But
I was shocked by the margin.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a veteran offensive line.
They did horrible.
And it got manhandled.
They were horrible.
They were manhandled all over the field. Kevin, I saw it, especially in the second half when it was really steamrolled. Seminoles, I'm not saying they were taunting, but it just seemed that way. They were running through Tigers, pushing them aside, laughing. I felt they were laughing at LSU.
One of the key elements. Florida State tackled. LSU did not tackle well.
Yeah.
It was a physical overmatch.
Rick, in this, this is what gets me, man, as a former player. In this day and age, you have to have people on staff that's smart enough. I mean, you have analysts, you have people that's dissecting each play.
50 of them.
Okay, my point is this. There comes a point in time, Coach Brian Kelly, where you have to see your defense is getting blown up. Who thought of this idea by putting my man at middle linebacker? Dumbest idea ever. Dumbest idea ever.
Let's go.
Okay, because I'm going to tell you why. You took away this guy's skill set.
Harold Perkins
You took it away from him.
Number 4.
You took it away from him.
I mean, I heard what Kelly said. Oh, he's a great athlete. He'll adapt. I was skeptical of that from the beginning.
Scooter.
When they
He looked like he was clueless.
Talking about it in August.
When he was sitting in the middle of the field, Scooter, he looked like he was clueless. You couldn't see that urgency of him wanting to attack. He was like hesitant. Yeah. That took his skill set away. Put the kid on the edge and leave him and let him go.
They did what no SEC coaching staff could do last year. They neutralized him. His own staff neutralized him.
They did.
It looked to me like the plan was he was dropping and also kind of spying.
Travis.
On Travis. Yes, he was, Scooter. But the other big problem comes, Rick, is when you've got, this was so-called one of the best DBUs in the country for years, man. They got embarrassed.
Oh, yeah.
That hurts me as a former DB, man. They got embarrassed.
Keon Coleman.
2 years.
Right down the road from Opelousas. He's from Opelousas.
Rick,
His
you don't
first
have to
game
tell
as
me.
a Seminole.
You don't have to tell me, Rick. Believe me, I know.
How do you miss him? Now, granted, you miss some sometimes.
Rick.
Well, that's going to happen.
That's going to happen,
Rick,
but he lit them up.
It happens with
Where
Bama
had he
and those
Michigan
teams.
State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, Rick, when you see this clearly as an LSU defensive staff, this is what you do. At halftime, you got to say to 22, Chestnut, it's not working, baby. It's not working. I don't care if it's your worst
Where did they
DB.
get him? The portal.
Yeah.
Portal.
You think they got anybody better?
Scooter, that's what scares me. I thought they had a little bit of depth back there in the secondary, man. To where things got bad, Rick, you could exchange people. But, Rick, he stayed the entire game on this guy.
We talked about
what are you doing?
The big question was this secondary with a transfer from Syracuse,
Is that
a
your
transfer
best
from
corner?
Southeastern Louisiana. How far has LSU's DBU dropped when they got to get a guy from the Qs and Southeastern to be starters?
Rick.
That's not real good roster management.
Rick, it's not.
But
You know what that is, though, Rick? That's not good recruiting. Let's just be honest.
Well,
okay, when it comes down to it, that's not good recruiting.
No. Andre Sam was in the game
If you got to depend
from
on
Iowa,
something like that, and this guy right here, Rick.
By way of about 4 other
You're right.
students.
I'm just blown away because LSU has the personnel, has the staffing to adjust, to double team him, keep him off the line. Put somebody in his face the entire game. Rick, they let him run free. They let this dude run free, man.
Cut Brian Kelly some slack where he said what he
Cut
had
him some
to say.
slack.
Well, hold on.
At least Brian
Obviously,
Kelly,
total failure. Said our guys thought they were the second coming of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Because it's
as a
the
coach?
truth.
But why would he say that as a coach, though?
It's the truth.
What do you mean?
They went out there thinking
I
they were all.
I didn't understand the Georgia reference.
I didn't either.
Well, no, they roll out those
I didn't
helmets
understand,
and they're going to win.
But
Anybody.
why
I
would you
understood
make
it.
your team think that, Rick, if you're the head coach?
No, he
Why
didn't
would
make
you
them
do that?
think that.
He didn't
No,
make
he
them
said
think
they
that.
thought
He said they.
Why would they think that? If you're the head coach.
Because they're 18, 19, 20-year-olds. They're big heads.
If you're the head coach, you're supposed to tone that.
Well, yeah, you're supposed
You
to.
should tone that
Of
down
course.
before you leave
Didn't
the locker
work.
room.
That's
No,
why he
what
said it was a total failure.
We're going to go kick
Yeah.
Florida State's
Okay,
butt.
Scooter.
Yeah, that didn't really work out.
That got rammed down his throat.
Look, I didn't have a problem with his fourth down decisions. The execution was just awful.
Well,
Jalen Daniels should have gave that ball up to the running back, and he should have threw it. And he took blame for it.
And you're going to have
It's
those.
bad execution.
Rick, you're going to have those. I get that,
What do
Rick.
you mean
I
you're
really
going to have
do.
bad, though? I mean,
No. But I'm saying on things like that, Rick.
You're absolutely right.
But this kid was
The
running for his life.
decision was good.
This is an explosive Seminole offense. You got to take the opportunity to score touchdowns.
Every
I didn't
chance
have
you
the
get.
problem, but the
Every
execution
chance you get, Rick, you
was
have
just
to.
lousy.
You can't win it on field goals. Sorry.
No, you can't win it on field goals. Look, it's the biggest whiff I've ever had this early in the season. I thought LSU was number 3 in the country.
What was the biggest disappointment? I would say the offensive line.
Oh, I don't know what
Offensive
game
line.
you guys were watching.
Second-
Just
the
because,
receivers. Are you kidding me?
It was supposed to be a strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of drop passes.
but
Hold
Rick,
that thought. Hold
I'll
that thought.
hold
We'll
it,
catch
Rick.
it in the
I will
next
hold
one.
it, Rick.
I'm going to tell you what won't disappoint you is the Max Bar and
No,
Grill
it
at the
won't.
National Golf Club in Westlake. They got some great eats, steaks and burgers and seafood po' boys, wings and salads, everything to satisfy those hunger pains, and of course cold beers and tasty cocktails. It's all at the Max Bar and Grill.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at Le Berge Lake Charles.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
Frozen faces, burnt hot dogs, finding silver linings in every season. You never forget the way some things taste. Great taste, 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
Bowie Outfitters is synonymous with everything outdoors. Heck, it's right there on the building, folks, on Gerson Memorial Highway in Lake Charles. Everything outdoors, and they're not kidding around either. Bowie just completed their big archery sale, but the great prices and selections continue, and it can be found across all departments, from hunting and fishing gear, bow hunting, of course, adventure apparel, camo wearables, shotguns, deer rifles, handguns, outdoor cooking, camping, hiking. Like I said, everything outdoors, open 7 days a week. It's Bowie Outfitters. Welcome back to Barstool Sportsbook at Le Berge, reminding you their happy hour Monday through Thursday, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Chef Lyle.
Yeah.
What are you making?
I'm reading up all your comments that you sent me, Rick. Oh my God.
Read them well.
I'm getting upset
by
reading them.
Chef Lyle has special menus during happy hour. Okay, let's continue that thought. You posed the question of what to Mr. Angry Man over here? What?
Upset, rather.
What was your biggest disappointment?
Upset,
he's
rather,
wacko. It wasn't the offensive line.
Upset,
it was
rather.
these receivers that you guys said, oh, they're
Rick,
better than
wait,
Chase
wait,
and
Rick,
Jefferson,
but wait,
Odell
Rick,
Beckham.
what do you
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Oh, they were awful.
Tap the brakes.
I
They
said
were.
it.
Wait a
I
minute.
said
Wait a
it.
minute. I said they were really good. I didn't say they were better.
He did.
I didn't say they were better. I said
You
they
did,
could be as good.
Roll the tape back.
But if you don't have a quarterback have enough time to throw the ball, what the hell does it matter, Rick? If you can't get the ball to him, Rick, they was in Jalen's face every down almost. That offensive line sucked.
Not every
Well, look,
down.
you couldn't tell on TV.
This dude could.
You were there.
I was there.
Were they running deep routes?
No, it was crossing routes. Scooter, they didn't have enough time to get the ball on a little 15 crossing route.
Okay.
That's how much Florida. Look, man, Florida State, their defensive end, what if that dude going in the first round?
They're good.
I
told you
he's going in the first round.
They have it literally.
This boy, they couldn't stop him.
They
couldn't
have
block him.
3 legit NFLers on that
They
front
could not
7.
block him.
3.
And I mean,
maybe
Jalen,
4.
he was running for his life.
Okay, you got it in. Settle down.
Well, I mean, it is possible. It's just as much a case. Florida State is really, really good.
They are really
and
good.
Give them credit.
I think they are good.
They simply had better players that played better
Okay.
that night.
And Rick,
Okay,
however
that
it turns
night.
out, that's a benefit to them.
Thursday's show on CBS Lake Charles will go into how McNeese and LSU need to get better. Speaking of the Cowboys, you're right. I mean, I'm sitting there at the LSU game, same thing.
I went to both games.
I'm watching a carbon copy.
I saw this game last
Yeah,
night.
a complete implosion in the second
From
half of the McNeese Cowboys. And Gary Goff, I mean, guys, it's the most perplexed and downtrodden I've seen him right after a game. Man, no, he's only been here a year and a third or whatever.
Sure.
But shocked, taken aback, disappointed, shocked that his team that he saw in camp did not show up.
Well, I don't think either one of those two coaches saw it coming.
No.
No. What do we go back and say, Scooter, Rick, and myself? Is Tarleton that good?
They're good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are they-
much like Florida State.
I'm
Yes.
with Scooter.
Oh, no,
But
that's
wait,
a
I'm
good
with
football
Scooter.
team.
They didn't look that
What?
good.
What?
I mean, they were good, Rick, but
Veteran player, those receivers,
Can
there were
anybody-
many Florida State receivers out there.
I don't know.
Yeah, they
Rick.
were.
Can
There were-
anybody from McNeese catch the ball?
Scooter.
Well, Nate Glantz did not have a great outing. It started from play 1,
It did.
and Goff made a huge point of that because that play was open. It
Yeah.
could have scored, at
Yeah,
least
it
gone
could've.
50 or
Yeah, it
60.
could've.
But he
could've.
threw it in the dirt. He
Yeah,
was
he
amped
did.
up. Whatever. This is Goff talking now. Glantz just was, he hadn't played a game in over a year.
At this,
A real
at
game,
this-
I'm saying.
Yeah.
At this point, now, you can't really do anything for next week to say we're going to get better because we know that's a wash.
Well, no, I
No,
disagree.
come
I
on, Rick.
disagree. I
Rick,
disagree.
come on now, Rick. Don't you think Florida's going to be pissed off because
Well,
what
of
happened
course
to
they
them?
are. Of course, and that
Don't you
defense
think
has looked pretty good against Utah. What I'm saying is, you can get ahead of the chains, and improve on third down conversion. Little wins.
I think this week is a week to make some corrections, try to get better at because you're going to have a totally different look, and the speed of the game is going to be totally different from what
I
it
think
was
this
last
would
week.
be a good week for McNeese and LSU to switch opponents. Let LSU go
Scooter,
ahead
you got a
and
good
play
point.
Oh, that
Florida,
is a good point.
and
You
let
got a good
McNeese
point,
play
Scooter.
That is
Grambling.
good. Well, look,
You got a good point,
The Cowboys,
Scooter.
6 sacks
Golly.
again. It was like, you thought some changes were going to happen, and it looked, unfortunately, a little bit like last year at times. 89-yard rushing, 189 through the air. The quarterback, look, it all starts with him. And number 18 played his rear off. He played with abandon. I mean, he really, really worked his tail off. He had no rhythm and no in sync with those receivers.
I'm sitting there watching the game, Rick, in
None.
the End Zone Club, and the word that comes to mind to me is deja vu. I'm sorry.
Well,
Deja vu.
that's kind of a knee jerk. That's a bit of a knee jerk, okay? Tarleton, good football team.
Yeah.
But Glantz showed, I think he did better at times than the quarterbacks from last year.
This,
we keep
They were what?
making-
They were
keep
tied at half or
making
up
it
at the half.
I really, at the half, as opposed to LSU, at the half, I thought McNeese
Yeah.
was going to win the game.
I thought they would win,
Yeah.
yes.
I thought
I did too,
they
Stuart.
had gradually kind of worked some kinks out
Yeah.
during the first half. LSU, if you look at it, they were up more because of what Florida State did wrong than what LSU did right. So you could almost see that coming.
Yeah.
McNeese, I don't know what happened.
Look,
It's Rick. The thing that kind of gets me too, and I'm sitting up there listening to what people are saying too. Now, you probably will have had the largest crowd of the entire year there that night.
over 12,000?
Now, What does that do?
12,000.
What does that do to you with what happened on that field that night? It's not good.
No, it's not.
It's not good.
When they don't have enough. But that shows you that it's still there.
It is, Scooter.
It is.
The interest,
it is.
No, you're right.
I mean, I was surprised to
Scooter.
hear how many people they had. Because, I mean, let's face it, they played them the last few years.
Yeah.
But Tarleton's not a traditional, well-known McNeese opponent.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't. No,
it's not.
I got you there.
Yeah.
Good football team, though. Good
Oh, I
program.
didn't say that.
Good
I didn't
program.
say that. And, you know, you had a good crowd show up.
Look,
It can be done.
But it has to be done, Scooter. That's the problem.
We talk about this all the time. You from the player standpoint, us 40 years looking at these games. If you have better talent on the field, most of the time you're going to win games. Now, sometimes the better team doesn't win. Tarleton just had a better quarterback. They had better receivers. They had better running backs on that night. Same thing with Florida State. Their quarterback
Rick,
was better on that night.
Rick, you know what? If you've got good coaching, Rick, you can offset that sometimes.
Okay. Well, remember LSU lost to Florida last year, and look what happened. They won on the West. And McNeese, who knows? Florida, Gainesville, you never know. More SoundOff from Barstool Sportsbook. We'll talk prime time, and they showed up for prime time as well against TCU. That's coming up next.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
Frozen faces, burnt hot dogs, finding silver linings in every season. You never forget the way some things taste. Great taste, 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time.
What's bugging you?
Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
Offer a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to homeowner preferences no matter where they are. Uncompromising, unmistakable Luxair. Learn how to become a Luxair dealer by visiting Solar Supply Luxair.
Bowie Outfitters, synonymous with everything outdoors. Folks, it's right there on the building in Lake Charles, everything outdoors. And they ain't kidding around.
Yes, it is.
They've got just completed that big bow hunting sale last week with great prices and selections. You can find them again, always, in all departments. Hunting, fishing gear, bow hunting, of course, adventure apparel, camo wearables, shotguns, handguns galore, and deer rifles. Get ready for deer season later on. Outdoor cooking, camping, and hiking. You name it, everything outdoors at Bowie Outfitters in Lake Charles. Welcome back to Barstool Sportsbook at LaBerge. That's Guidry, Cerro.
Yes, it is.
In the middle.
As
All
always,
right,
I got to get this good information, Scooter.
Chiefs and Lions kick off the NFL season in Kansas City on Thursday.
Yes.
Saints and Titans on Sunday. Our Thursday night show will get into all of that. Don't forget Saints and Titans right here on CBS Lake Charles from the Dome. All right. Let's get into really one of the most intriguing stories of the college football season this year is Deion Sanders, primetime, going from Jackson State to Colorado. Everybody knows the story. Prime time and the big time, right? I don't know, 20-point underdog going to Fort Worth to take on TCU, number 17 in the country. They win by 3. Shocking. I didn't expect it. I thought they would be competitive. I didn't think they would win this game. And Deion Sanders let everybody know. We're going to talk about that just in a little bit.
Well,
but give credit where credit is due. Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter and that little Edwards kid, they're stars. They're stars.
After this, kind of what he said, we will never doubt Deion.
You better not bet against him, is what they say. Don't you bet against him. Don't do it. Rick,
what
let me tell you
Don't
something.
get carried away.
People
when he
can
plays
say this.
Southern Cal
No.
and Utah, people are going to bet against him.
Watch now.
Come on now.
But let me say this,
Well,
guys.
they could lose to Nebraska this week.
That's right.
I doubt it.
What people don't realize when they look at Deion, they look at Deion as being a novice. He's young, he's new. Is he really into coaching? But this is the thing people don't realize. But he's a novice, Scooter. He is. He's a novice.
Not so much a novice. When he took the Jackson State job, I assumed that was Dion needing his name in the paper and the spotlight. Dion being Dion. I never expected him to still be coaching.
None of us did, Scooter.
I didn't have that read on it. I didn't have that read.
I did, Rick.
I did. Because I know
Dion.
He wanted to give back.
Yeah.
He's a spiritual guy. He wanted to give back.
He is.
Like he was saying, I'm a believer.
Yeah.
He's got a great staff, too. He's got a great staff.
He's got to keep this going.
Yeah. And you know what, Scooter? This is the thing, man. When you look at Dion, people have to understand that, Dion's just not winning games because he's Dion. Dion's got personnel that makes him look like he's a good coach. Dude, let me tell you something. You wonder why everybody in the country wanted Travis Hunter? You wonder why everybody wanted him?
He's the number one recruit 2 years ago. He was the best in the country.
You wonder why Dion and Nick fell out behind this kid?
But why did Hunter want to go to Dion, though, at Jackson State?
Because Dion is the guy that can
Because he's Dion.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And there's a lot of more kids feel the same way, too.
And
there's a lot of more Travises out there watching just what this kid's doing.
He relates.
How many
he
kids
speaks their
in
language,
college,
and he loves them.
kids in college football you can see perform both ways like that, Scooter?
Not
How
many.
many?
Not
Zero.
many, and I don't
Zero.
think
I don't know of
it'll
any.
No.
I don't know
if he can do it all year.
Yeah, really.
I don't know if he can either, Scooter. But the point is, Dion is beating people on skill set. You got to understand what I mean when I say that now. Okay? They do all the little things right, but Dion has skill set people and personnel average people don't have.
Let me use
average
his
people
phrase.
don't have.
Tap the brakes a little bit, Gidbone.
Look,
tap the brakes.
I am,
When
but
the
I'm telling you.
competition gets tougher, all right, let's see where Dion and the Buffaloes come in at. TCU, played in the national championship, but that wasn't the TCU
Rick,
of last year.
Good
program, good team, and I'm not taking anything away from Colorado. I mean,
TCU,
they won by 3. They won by 3.
Look.
On the road, impressive.
They were 20-point underdogs.
20-point underdogs.
But,
I got you.
But to your point, particularly the first half, everything could go wrong for TCU. Did
Yes,
everything.
indeed.
Kind of like North Carolina.
Yes, indeed.
I mean,
Clemson and Duke talk about an upset.
Last night,
Now,
good grief.
Let me go back to your point, and I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. When you say tap the brakes, Mr. Guidry, listen what I'm about to say now.
Gidbone.
Let's get bone. Listen what I'm about to say now. Deion Sanders and his staff and that whole entire team is brand new, Rick.
Yeah.
How you perform like that?
87 new players.
How do you perform like that? TCU has a staff for over 6 years.
I got it.
Over 6 years,
Impressive.
Rick. How do you
Impressive.
perform like that against it?
Impressive.
Come on.
Yeah, impressive. All right.
I mean, come on.
Other things in college football. And Thursday, more on Dion and his rant that
Deion's on the road, man. I want one of the shirts.
Thursday show, we'll get into that. You know what? Clemson, number 9. I don't know. I don't think it's going to make BK feel any better in LSU. But anyway, Dabo Swinney loses. I think Alabama, I think they found a quarterback.
Yeah.
Wait
Florida.
a minute. Let's tap the
hold
brakes.
on. I think they found a quarterback that can play.
Who they played?
I got it.
Who
But
they
at
played?
least he got somebody
again,
in there
Scooter.
and
Tell
he
him
looked
again, Scooter.
Who
good.
they played?
He's played some games.
He played a high school. Come on, Rick. Stop it
No,
now.
he's
Stop
played
it.
some games.
He
I'm
played a
just
high
saying,
school
it
team.
looks like he has a quarterback.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna
Florida,
find somebody to work
get
with
ready,
him.
McNeese, because that defense is pretty good. That offense
Rick,
sucks for Billy Napier, but that defense.
I just want Coach Golf them to come out of that game not hurt.
Don't worry about that. This week, big game in
come out not
Tuscaloosa,
hurt.
right? All the eyes.
to play.
All
It
the
is,
eyes
Scooter.
of Texas will be on Tuscaloosa.
yeah.
Remember, that's
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, Texas and
yeah.
Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, the Tide barely beat them last year.
Yeah.
Barely beat them last year in Austin. All right, NFL,
What a week,
Chiefs,
man.
Chiefs and Lions, Super Bowl champs. That's Thursday night, Chiefs and Lions.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs are favored by 6.5.
Should be.
This
Should
could be an interesting
Should
game.
be. Should be
I mean,
favored,
the Chiefs were started slow last year, and the Lions won 8 out of their last 10. Don't slough off on the Lions. Don't slough off on
Chiefs
them.
didn't lose
The
anybody, Rick.
Lions have always been one of my kind of secondary teams.
Really?
For no
You and
reason.
Matt Barnett. You and
I guess I feel sorry for him. I've always kind of followed
Really?
him out the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
they're
get it.
Flipping around in
I
there.
don't get
When
it.
Well,
I happen to watch it, I pull for him.
Everybody liked him when they had Barry Sanders. For some reason, everybody just liked the Lions because of Barry Sanders. But I never was a big fan.
Tidbit. You know, look, high school got underway. At least the 3 big 5A schools got wins.
Yeah.
Barb won with a freshman at quarterback. Sam
Yeah.
Houston looked pretty strong, and Sulphur struggled early, but then they win in a blowout.
Washington Mary, yeah.
Well, they win in a blowout. All right, cool news with Ryder Cup. All right, you might want to sit this one out. Ryder Cup, Sam Burns, former LSU guy, picked to the team. Yeah. Former McNeese golfer Robert McIntyre got on the European Ryder Cup team. That is pretty cool. Coming up later this month, playing outside of Rome.
Whenever you talk Ryder Cup like that, particularly with the McNeese,
I just think of high grass when you talk Ryder Cup. That's all I think of is high grass. Okay, that's all I think of.
I still think it's the greatest line ever by a sports writer.
Come on,
Dan Jenkins, the late Dan Jenkins, the best ever. One of the years the Europeans won in Europe, Dan Jenkins said, "The Europeans are going to have a hell of a party when they all get back home to Orlando."
That is a great line. That's where they're from. That is a great line. All right, we're running out of time. That would be Mr. Guidry, Mr. Hobbs, Mr. Sherwood. Don't forget Thursday night show. We'll have more on the Saints and the Titans, and I got a thing or two to say about Deion Sanders in that post-game.
We'll be right
here. Glad to have you aboard. We'll see you next time right here on CBS Lake Charles.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways, specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at Le Berge Lake Charles.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.